Hey, welcome to another episode of Real Conversation. I'm your host, Nicole Jones.
And I'm Quana Terry. You
And
know,
we are live.
yes, you're alive. Oh my goodness. How are you doing, Nicole?
I am good, girl. I had an amazing day. How about you?
Great. I cannot complain. It's been a great day. So, getting a lot of stuff done and trying to do so many different things is just but listen, we are here, we're made to multitask. So that's exactly what I'm doing.
Absolutely, absolutely. Oh man, so guys, we got a great show for you today.
Yeah.
You see my beautiful co-host here. Look, listen, I know every week we come on here and we talk about how amazing we look and stuff like that. But look at her. Yeah,
Aw,
look at her hair. Listen, I'm loving your hair, okay?
thank you
I
so
tell you this all the
much.
time. I
Thank
am loving your
you.
hair. And like, listen,
Thank
you did that
you.
thing right there.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
I
Yes.
miss I miss my curls.
Girl. But you know what? Curls, can be so hard to maintain and they get tangled. It's just a lot. So and then sometimes it doesn't come out right when you wet and you put your curl cream on. So it's a lot. But for the most part, um, it's easy to maintain sometimes. It's like something I have to go to just to like get something different, because I love my good wigs. I love them. I love them. I love them. I love them, especially the straight ones. I love them. But sometimes you got to take it, old school to the curly.
That part right there.
Listen, I was so surprised that you actually went and you got dreads. I was like, what? Well, locks, I should say.
Listen,
But they look so amazing on you.
thank you. I
Yeah.
mean, it's something that I wanted since I was like 16. My mom used to say no, I couldn't
Mhm.
have it. And, because back in the days, it was all about, your representation when you're going for a job. And back in the days, locks was not, good to have. They used to stereotype us, if we had it. So it's okay. They don't do that anymore.
Mhm. I mean, they still do it, but they don't want to get sued.
That part.
So they can't really
That
say
part.
too much. But yeah, I mean, they look amazing on you. They look like there's something that you should have already had. Like it was like that was meant for you. That style was meant for you. So that looks good. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. Well, like Nicole said, we have a wonderful show lined up for you today. The first thing that we're going to talk about is, I believe something happened on the taxiway or the gangway, whatever. I don't know what you even say.
Ooh,
With
yes.
Delta, what's going on with that, girl?
Yes. So apparently last night, at LaGuardia Airport in New York, uh, two Delta planes basically collided with one another, and what they said was one landed. I'm not sure if both of them landed at the same time, but one landed. Maybe one was about to take off, so the wing of the plane hit the nose of the other plane, causing the issue. And then only one person ended up getting injured.
I don't know what's going on. It's like, is everyone drunk while they're flying? Okay, this happened before, right? I think it was like Southwest or something where they actually collided in the same way, I believe. I'm not sure. I would have to go back and look that up, but was it
So
Southwest?
funny because you and I have spoke about this before. I think it was Southwest, but I also think it was Spirit as well, if I remember
Spirit.
correctly.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
But I remember hearing something for Southwest too.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. I'm like, what is happening? Like, are you not looking? Are you not seeing? I mean, but all of the between that one and then the people not seeing each other in the air, like the flight, the cap. I can't call it, y'all. I just
now that was Trump's situation. That was Trump issue. Trump did that when he started firing everybody when he came into office. He started
mm,
firing those big people that is up, up there in them towers, paying attention to those signals. So that's when they started having all those collisions in the air, which is crazy.
No, but the crazy part though, the other crazy part is I could have sworn that you have instruments in the plane that tells you there's radar that tells you there's something close. You mean to tell me you didn't see this? Those are the types of things that I just don't understand. But I'm glad that there was minimal casualty,
Yes.
or someone getting hurt. So I'm happy that wasn't a lot worse than it could have been. So hopefully they're paying attention down there on the ground, going forward, and in the towers, because we need to see these things. You have these flights have what, almost 150 to 300 people on board. That just depends upon the size of the plane.
So
We can't
you in my
afford.
head right there because I'm
Yeah.
saying depending on the size of the plane that you went to
you know,
say.
depending upon the size of the plane. So we can't afford to have these things happen. I'm glad it happened on the ground, but had it
Right.
happened in the air, oh my gosh. So,
Agreed.
it's crazy, but I'm glad that it was, minimal, disruption and stuff like that. And, hopefully, they're a lot careful going forward.
Right.
Sheesh.
I agree.
That is
I
amazing.
agree, girl. I was shocked when I seen it. I'm looking at it like, what is going on? Because it was on CNN, and the way they showed it, like the destruction, destruction.
Like, come on.
Listen,
I'm
this is
with
what
you.
happens when we're live, guys. I'm
No,
sorry.
no,
It's all
listen.
over the place, okay? But like the impact of the plane, like the way it looked, like I actually seen it, and when they showed like how they hit each other, which
Mhm.
is crazy. Like something like that, I believe should never happen.
Never, never. I agree with you, Nicole. I agree with you, Nicole. That's horrible. But so speaking of accidents happening and things, going haywire, and especially things that are out of our control, there was something in regards to Tyrese that happened recently, and I believe he is wanted by Atlanta PD.
Yes, he
Nicole,
is.
give me some more context on that.
So for the little bit that I did see about it, apparently Tyrese dog attacked his neighbor's dog.
Mm,
Not just attacked, he killed the neighbor's dog. And
mm,
you see how big his dog is, right? Now this there's like I don't know. I don't know if Tyrese was home. It doesn't say that he was home. I don't
okay.
see that if he was home that they wouldn't have him, wouldn't have been able to speak to him. So I'm saying I think Tyrese wasn't even there
Okay.
when this happened. But listen, this is just my opinion, okay? I'm not sure. But
Mhm.
the little bit that I see, it didn't say anything about Tyrese speaking to the cops. It doesn't say anything about them having him. It just says that the cops are looking for him. He is wanted, and they want to arrest him because his what is this is a Corso? What's it
Cane,
called?
Cane Corso.
Yes, this dog basically killed the neighbor's dog, and I
Let
don't
me
think
say,
Tyrese was on the premises, to be honest.
I'm hoping that he wasn't, but even
Yeah,
so, there should have been something to hold that dog, because I and I know someone with a cane corso. I don't have one. I know someone with a cane corso, and he is he's at, I think he's about 7 years old. So that means he's big. His head is huge.
yeah, they're
His
huge.
paws are huge. And he stands at least my height when he's on his hind legs. So
Wow.
let me tell you, and that dog is vicious, so vicious. He loves me though. And my the person that has the dog is like, "What'd you do to my dog? He's supposed to be barking at you." I'm like, "Nope." They know, animals know when somebody has good energy.
Absolutely. They smell it on you.
They smell it on you. So, and he's like, he barks at everyone that comes here. And I come in, I'm like, "Hey, Apollo." And he's like, "What'd you do to my dog? What'd you do to my dog?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything, right?" But it was so crazy because, and I'm just going to tell a story really quickly. When I spent the night, I was sleeping on the couch. And when I woke up, the dog was like, face like this. I opened up my eyes. I
Oh
was like,
man.
oh my gosh. And he was like, okay, is she alive? Is she good? All right. And then when I like opened up my eyes, I looked at him, he looked at me, and then he went and laid back down, like, okay, are you okay? I'm like, oh Lord. Like that, it was so scary. So I told the owner, I was like, okay, so like he woke me up with his face in my face, like we were face to face. He wanted to make sure you okay. I was like, I
Aw.
want that.
That's how you know he likes you. He likes
Oh,
you.
it was
You're
so
part of the
crazy.
family now.
It was so crazy. And he's so heavy that he will put like I was sitting at the kitchen table and he put his head all on my on my lap and it was like heavy. I was like, oh wow, you are like he was like almost crushing me like tight. But not crushing me. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
weight
I
of
know.
him was so heavy. And I was like, oh my goodness, God, I don't even want to even be on the receiving end of a bite for him, you know? So I could imagine that's the kind of dog that Tyrese has. If you look in that picture, the cane corso that I was in contact with was like a nice a gray. It was like a blue nose but gray,
Mhm.
and he had like the most beautiful eyes. It was beautiful dog. Scary though. Very very
See,
scary.
this is my thing, like, because we don't even really know exact. They didn't give any details about what actually took place. So we don't know, like, the dog just ran over and, like, we don't know if the other dog is a small one and it end up, laying on it. We don't know what happened.
Mhm.
We really don't know what happened. It's not given details at all. And
So
Tyrese hasn't said anything. So
and they say like he's wanted, like he committed a
yeah,
crime. I mean, I know he his dog. It was his dog that killed the other dog, right? I
yeah.
mean, I get it, but I mean, if he wasn't home, I mean, they're probably going to get him on negligence, right?
But
Because
how is he negligent if he wasn't home? So
because
that means whoever will be at the house with his animal.
agreed, but
Honestly,
it's his property, so they could potentially go after him in like a civil case, you know,
I mean they
because
could, but it's like you gotta be smart about it. Like that's stupid because if I can see if he's home and he's the one that allowed his dog out and did whatever, then yeah, of course. And yes, it is his animal. But whoever is there, whoever allowed the dog to be out, or however the dog got outside, that person is responsible because he left, his house and his whatever, whoever's there, whatever animal's there, in their care.
yeah.
That's
Okay,
that's just how I see it. Like you can't. Why is he? You looking to arrest him for the
listen.
situation?
Let me play devil's advocate here, right?
Mhm.
Because many people have had their pets in their families for a very long time, and they deem them as family. They deem them. Some people call them like my fur baby, right?
Agreed.
And so, if we're going to talk about it, think of it as a child, and the
Hmm.
dog came out and got the child. He would everybody would be in an outrage and saying that he's responsible. We don't care if he wasn't home; it was on his property. I believe
I
it's
know.
the same thing. You know?
It is. It really is the same thing. I'm
Yeah.
just saying, like you're playing devil's advocate. So am I. I'm like, I'm just trying to say, I'm trying to be optimistic here.
Hmm.
I see both sides of it. I understand where you're coming from, but I also understand like if he's not home, he's really not responsible. The person who was there is responsible. It can
Hmm.
go both ways.
Okay.
Now, of course, if you want to find him, because yes, that's his dog. But to say you're going to arrest him,
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, I don't know what movies Tyrese doing these days or what songs he's got going on. Why you way home, sir? Nah, he probably. But
that
we'll
man a
see
busy
what
man.
happens. You
He
know.
a busy man. He got kids. He probably did doing something with the kid. Listen, I'm talking about at least the youngest one, at least.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll see what happens, but that is just so much stuff that's going on. So much stuff. Go ahead.
Since we're on the topic of speaking about dogs,
Uh
right?
huh. Uh huh.
I listen. I seen a video where, like I said, guys, we are live.
Uh,
But what I was gonna say is, I seen a video
mhm.
where it was a woman and her daughter walking, and let's say they're walking. coming this way, and there was a guy and his dog walking this way, right?
Okay.
So the dog literally came over towards the woman like he was about to bite the lady. She kicked the dog, not kicked, but she like moved the dog over her leg calmly and just kept
Okay.
it pushing.
All right.
The man had the audacity to go and pushed her really hard too.
And
Mind, she's holding her daughter's hand.
I was gonna say, and she's with her child, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
of course she let go of the baby's hand, turned around, ran up to him and pushed him right back. You know when she did that, the
You know
baby
that's
ran off.
right. I know that's right. I know that's right.
Girl
Because
was
what
like,
you not,
oh,
because what you not gonna do, okay?
I'm like the audacity, like your dog literally was about to bite her. So
Yeah,
she's technically defending herself, protecting herself and her child
yeah.
from your dog. He should have just said, I'm so sorry, I apologize, you know. But he go and push, he shoved it real hard. I'm like, what's wrong with these men
Yeah.
nowadays?
They
Some
great.
men, because it's not all men out there doing that. I'm just saying, like, that's weird.
Mm-mm-mm.
What you think about that?
I mean, she had every right to defend her daughter. You know, I mean, you have to think quickly. You have to act quickly when you're in those types of situations. That was her response to the dog, you know, coming up against her, or you know, trying to bite her daughter, or threatening to bite you know, her daughter. I would have done the same thing. And what you're telling me, because I didn't see the video, so I don't really know. But what you're telling me is that she kind of, you know, pushed them
Okay.
away gently, you know. So it's like, hold on. So for the owner of the dog to react in that manner, that was a little much. But I think that her energy was definitely matched by the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, that's your baby, this is my baby, and check this
Yeah,
out. You know,
that
so
part.
you know, I don't even blame her for um trying to defend her daughter, or defending her daughter. She did not try to, she did. I don't blame her at all. I don't blame her for the actions that she took whatsoever. So
Agreed.
yeah. So oh my goodness.
Ooh.
So speaking of fights and moving people out the way, and and just a back and forth, like, okay, what is happening with Cardi and Nicki, Nicole? What is happening?
Girl, listen, it's too much going on right now. I can't even like keep track of it. All I know is Cardi came out with a new album, and Nicki is like tweeting or doing whatever it is that she's doing, calling people kids monkeys. Like, where we do that at? Why is she calling Nicki? I mean Cardi B's kids monkeys. Talk about, and she said culture vulture. What? Go talk
Um,
about your mother's having another litter,
mm,
adding to the litter. What? And now she gonna talk about the reason why she said that is because no one came after Cardi when Cardi was talking about her son.
mm,
When did that happen? That wasn't, first of all, I just seen a video that wasn't even Cardi, that was someone else. Someone, and they
mm.
was talking about deporting, like get that person deported that was talking about, her little boy.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I guess they're talking about, doing that for Nicki, but Nicki is trying to flip the script now, trying to say that, someone called her phone, talk about she need to get out of New York. And Cardi was like, listen, what we not gonna do, we're
Mm,
not gonna let her do what
mm.
she did in 2008, I mean 2020, 2018, and try to flip it around. That's some old narcissistic crap, to be honest with you. She trying to flip that sucker around, making it seem like she the victim when she the one to start it. But did Little Kim not tell us a few years ago? Did
Yo,
Little
I
Kim said, "Listen, all I'm gonna say is she wants to be the only female rapper out there."
here's what
That's
I'm
what I'm
going
gonna
to
say.
say. Like, I was just thinking about that interview on Power 105 with Charlemagne and Little Kim, talking about Nicki, and you know how she's not really a team player. Like, she wants herself to be the only person that, or the only female rapper that is successful. And I think what's going on as well is Cardi B stands to surpass Nicki Minaj in sales as the female selling highest selling female rapper.
She's
Okay.
working really hard
That baby is
too.
working so hard with her brand deals, and she has a new album out, which everyone is saying is really good. I haven't had a chance to listen to it,
I haven't either.
but
I heard like little snippets, and the
yes,
parts that I heard was good. Yeah.
yeah. So she has a new album out, and she's just on. She has a new man, baby on the way. She is getting, I think, all her heart's desires, and I think that Nicki's a whole hater, and I like Nicki.
Me too.
I like her, but I feel like some of the things that she does, some of the things that she says, one, they're pretty hurtful, but two, it is indicative of someone who really needs some help and like psychological help. She needs someone with a PhD to help her out because this is ridiculous, right? Because you don't just attack people just because and Nicki is not, I mean, Cardi's not the only one she's attacked. We spoke about that, with Megan,
Megan Stallion.
Lotto, and it's a bunch of a couple of other
A
people. She
lot of
went
them.
on like
Yeah.
Quavo and stuff like that. So her tweets are like crazy. So if somebody goes back and forth with her, she has an issue. But
Mm-hmm.
the last tweet that I saw, Cardi said, "This is my last and final
Mm-hmm.
tweet," and then she goes off and just kind of airs her out. Like, I understand, you mad at your mom because she
Oh, I saw
didn't defend you when your father was
that.
sexually abusing you, and and it was like, whoa! I was clutching my imaginary pearls, girl. I was
Yo,
like,
but in that, she was also saying, be careful about the men, the dudes that you let in your house, your friends, because they coming up top and telling your business.
telling your business,
And
literally,
then,
like you
ooh,
numbing yourself with drugs and this, that, and
ooh,
the third. Is like,
and that your
oh,
man is letting you take drugs daily just so he can spend your money.
I read that, I was like,
Ooh,
stop. I'm clutching my pearls
I
because
was like,
I knew, it was like, it really got real. It really got real. And she's like, and I love how she said, you know what? She said, Onika,
she said
whatever,
her whole
whatever,
name.
Mariah. I
She
was
said
like,
my government.
okay.
I was like, okay.
So, and if that is the case, if Nikki's depressed or she's under the influence, I mean, that would um
Makes sense.
make sense, right? But on the heels of Cardi introducing, coming out with her new album, Nicki Minaj, she posted something with her standing saying that she's coming out with an album next year in March as well. So it was like, are you trying to get free press off of Cardi? Are you trying to take the spotlight? If this is what you're doing, this is not the way to do it because you're getting negative press. And I guess people always say, all press is good press when you're trying to promote, right? Because now people are going to want to buy Nicki's album. I'm not too sure.
Oh,
I'm not.
yeah. I'm sorry. No,
No.
no. I mean, I like Nicki. I'm not saying it like that, but
Mhm.
I don't think that in order for you to raise your bar high, you come for someone else's kid. You didn't come for Cardi. You came for her kids. So the way Cardi is responding, I get it. And if you're doing it just to have clout so you can get people to sell your music at this moment, I would say is not as great as Cardi's
You
at
know,
this moment
at this
because you've
moment.
been out of the limelight.
Mhm.
Where you at, boo?
I mean, I think she's a great MC. I mean, a great
She
lyricist.
is.
She is. I think she's a great lyricist. And, whether or not Cardi writes all of her stuff, I think she's gotten better because now
She definitely
I
did.
can hear her in her music. Before I could hear someone else, but now I can
Mm-hmm.
hear her in her music, which tells me that she's actually writing and she's actually, playing a part in the producing and publishing of her music. I can see that now.
Well, Cardi actually said that she's always wrote her music. I think that she just, because of whatever situation she's actually been in, she's able to dive deeper, and her lyrics are just getting better because of her own experiences. So Nicki, I think Nicki had a ghostwriter, but I think she also said she wrote her own stuff. Because back in the day, remember, what's his name? What was her ex-boyfriend name? That's also from Queens.
Meek. No,
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 not
no,
him.
no,
He's
no,
from
not
Philly. The one before him.
that's also from Queens.
That
Child.
that married the one that married the one that had the kids with Bow Wow's ex.
Girl.
Erica Mina.
Oh, Safari.
Safari.
Yeah, okay. I forgot.
Safari claimed, I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
even.
claimed though, because we don't know this for a fact, but he claimed that he used to help, or he used to actually write her lyrics. She said he didn't. So I'm just saying, I'm not knocking Nicki, because we love Nicki. Okay. I love Nicki songs. I just don't like how she tries to, instead of like when she first came out, she tried to emulate Little Kim. Little Kim's whole style. That was Little Kim's style. She's the one that created that.
Let me tell you something. You know what we call that, right? You know what we call that. Like it at some point,
the doppelganger.
at some point you're gonna have to be yourself. Even with people talking, taking ideas and stuff and saying that it's theirs, right? Oh, I did this. Just because you have a bigger platform, just because you have a bigger platform, you and no one really can see certain things, from the smaller platforms, right? You go and take that and say that it's yours. How is it yours? But people do that all the time, and it's been done since the beginning of time, right? Where African American and whites, they would steal our music, right? Steal the music, and then because they were able to be played on mainstream, it became theirs. A lot of people are doing that, and I feel as if, and I'm not going to say Nicki stole certain things, but I am going to say that she really tried to copycat her to a T, from the clothes that she wore, from the wigs to the wigs that she wore, to even the photos that she took.
I know.
Remember her hardcore album? Everything that she just tried to
poses,
do.
everything.
Like, it's like you trying to erase this woman from the spotlight.
Yeah. All she had to do is pay homage to her. That's it. That's all she had to do.
Absolutely. But I love the fact that people recognize it, and it was not going down like that.
Right.
People were like, you know what? We see what you're trying to do. We see that you trying to be her, and we're not feeling it. No one can ever, copy or be Little Kim. And I feel like Little Kim is amazing. She is an amazing lyricist. I feel like she has a lot of stuff going on, or did have a lot of stuff going on. I barely recognize that lady. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think she's starting to look more like herself. Like she's going back this way, because I was so mad when she got all that stuff done, because she was such a beautiful woman. But she didn't like her looks. But if you remember back in the days, that all came with how her father treated her and what her father used to say to her. So, it happens.
Yeah.
She thought that she needed to fix herself. If she's happy with herself, so be it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when it came down to her style, when it came down to her music, listen, she was amazing. Foxy Brown was amazing.
Listen.
Listen, I know I had to say it, because that is Quana's favorite one right there. She loves herself some Foxy, okay? But these women they did their own, and they are in their own lane. How about that? Queen Latifah.
Agreed.
MC Light. We can see here and name all of them. Pay homage to these women.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and try to make it seem like, oh, I'm better. Oh, they didn't do this. Oh, they didn't do that. Listen, you picked whatever it is that you wanted to pick from, and you took that and you ran with it. Okay. And you was able to build on that brand. Okay.
Yeah.
Kudos to you. but also give them their flowers, because they're the reason why you're able to do what it is that you're doing.
Yes, talk about it, Nicole. Talk about it. Okay. Yeah. But I just hope that, Cardi and Nicki, get it together. I mean, well, I don't think it's Cardi at this point. Cardi's in her, she's
No.
in her bag, minding her business. It reminds me of like how, just in a regular people, right? Not celebrity status, but we minding our business. Like we're going to work, we're doing what we're doing, we're staying in our lane, and we're minding our business. And there's always somebody that tries to come and try to get you out of your zen, your
Yes.
peaceful state. Because Cardi's, like I said, she's living, she's high. She's doing what she does, and it's like, man, why start with this lady just so that you can get a rise out of her? And unfortunately it worked because Cardi did respond a couple of times, but I believe that her last statement to her was like mic drop. She doesn't need to say anymore. Just Cardi, focus on your pregnancy, focus on your money, focus on your brand deals and whatever else you have going on, and leave the argument to the peasants.
I really think the reason why Cardi responded from the ones that I've seen was because she said something about her kids.
Yeah.
Because that's when she was like, "Oh, I'm about to go to jail today." You in New York, right?
And Cardi did say something about somebody else's kid too. And I don't, it was some time ago, but she did bring kids into a situation at one point. I don't know. It was not Nicki's
Yeah.
kids, but huh?
He said Cardi did that.
Cardi did that. Yep.
Okay.
And so she did, bring kids into an argument at one point, and I forget what it was, who it was. But y'all can fact check that. I'm not doing it. But I know that she did do that. So, and I guess she's grown from that, and because Cardi B used the same term, monkey, in there as well. I remember.
Oh, I do remember that. I do
I just
remember
trying to
that.
figure out who it was, when it was, but either way, she
But
did.
she said that Cardi. So I seen a post that said it wasn't Cardi. It was somebody else that called the kid a monkey. I don't know. Listen, y'all know what it is. Like Juana said, y'all
Y'all
can
fact
go
check.
out there and figure it out. Okay. We wish both these ladies
Yes, we do.
all the best, okay, in
Yes,
their music careers and in their personal lives. Okay. And if Car- and
yes,
if Nicki Minaj is really, doing some stuff that she shouldn't be doing, I hope she gets it together real soon.
yes.
If
Me
not for
too.
herself, for her son.
Yes, because it's too much. Because I think that, and the crazy part was that she did it on her son's birthday. Ma'am, what are you doing? It's your son's birthday. Pay attention to him and go on about your business.
Oh wait, that's what I seen. So it all started because Cardi basically posted something saying her kids are so smart because her baby was able to spell his name. Like I think he was with like I don't know who the lady was. It was some lady that was with him, and he had some little bricks or whatever, and he spelled his name, and she was just so happy because she's 3 years old. And these are the things that mothers are happy about. And apparently Nicki Minaj's son is like 5, and he can't spell or speak properly or something like that. So I'm like, dang, like I seen Just Hilarious where she sat there and was like, oh man, Nikki, like make your son speak or something, because now you got to do something, like let him speak Spanish or something because he got, like for her to sit there and say that, it's like, dang, like you got to do something because you sitting up there clapping at this woman kids when she's just sitting there, praising her children. But
Yeah.
why you mad that she praising her children? And then she said, why? Because you don't like your own son? Woo.
It's getting to be too much.
Oh, like,
It's getting hot and heavy. It's getting hot and heavy. Like what?
girl, I was like, listen, there's a
Never
lot
seen.
of pearl clutching in that, okay?
Yeah, my
A lot of
imaginary
pearl
pearls. Imaginary pearl clutching.
clutching.
Horrible. I can't believe that. But listen, I guess she took it as a dig at her, but I don't know. I think if she took it as a dig that Cardi was sharing that her son or her daughter could read or whatever else, or we
It
have
was her
whatever.
son, what? Crave?
Girl, I don't know. I don't follow. I didn't follow.
Wave.
I didn't
Wave.
follow anything after culture. Okay, so don't ask me no other kid's name.
No. It's the second the her second child, Wave, the boy.
Okay.
Yeah, Wave.
So she posted it as a proud mom moment. And
Yeah.
because Nicki is probably insecure about her child, there's a projection there. So
Yeah.
she went on. And unfortunately, that happens in real life, girl. You already know.
Whew.
That happens in real life. But you know, it hopefully, she gets the help that she needs, because that whole spiel she did on Twitter was just too much. It was, to me, it was a rant, and I was like, it wasn't necessary. It wasn't necessary at all.
So, people, this is how you know that these celebrities are just real people, okay?
Right,
They
right.
have the same issues that you see your neighbor have with the other neighbor down the block. Now, let me stop.
And that's a fact. Everybody's, Twitter fingers. Everybody has a case of Twitter fingers. Everybody has, a case of keyboard bullying. A lot of people do that. I
Listen,
don't see the need to. Let me tell you something. I remember getting into a battle back and forth with He Who Shall Not Be Named, when we split up. And it was just a mess. And I was on the internet back and forth. And I was like, in my mind's eye now, it's like, Quana, like, why'd you do that? And I can say it came from a place of hurt.
yeah.
I shouldn't even have been going back and forth with him. I should just let him keep talking, keep, bumping his soup coolers. I should have kept doing that. But I'm like, you know what? No, I need to defend myself. I was like so hell bent on defending myself. Now, I could care less about what people say about me, right?
I
But
mean,
it is
that's because we in this big age.
so annoying.
Listen, if you really believe what was being said, guess what? Believe it. I don't care. We all know the truth. I know my truth.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I can care less about what that person is saying.
yeah.
I can care less.
Mhm.
But back in the days, yeah, toe to toe, okay? And me and you, all right? But now, nah, ain't nobody got time for that.
Very true. Very true. I'm in that space. I'm like, you heard this? I'm like,
Don't
okay.
be like this.
got my church finger up. Like, let me walk on to my seat.
Quietly going to the back.
Look, the pastor's preaching right now. Leave me alone. Like, that's how I feel right now. So when I hear
Yeah.
things come up, I'm like, because you know how, what they say, the same person bringing you the bone is the same person that's going to carry the bone.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, yeah.
And be mindful of the person that they telling that information to.
And
Why
why do
they
you
feel
feel
so
so
comfortable
comfortable?
telling me my
Right.
business?
Exactly, Nicole. Exactly. Okay, now I'm gonna look at you side eye, because why did that person feel so comfortable telling you everything about me? I'm
So
good.
you know that's the cause for me to detach.
Yeah.
Quietly though. You will not see me ever again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Start
I'm the
doing that.
queen of FAO. I'm the queen of FAFO, child. I'm out. Okay. Well, you wanted to do that? All right. You
Woo!
kind of found
Listen,
out. You standing right on that corner, that
right.
intersection. Okay. I'm the queen of detachment. Okay. You think it can happen? All right. Watch this.
Like,
Anyway,
ain't got
that
no
was a
time.
little commercial break. Um, we always talk about certain things not going in the way that we want it to go, right? We always, sometimes it could be, anything, a postponement or something. Things didn't work in our favor at that time. But there's one thing that we have adopted that is so important to our growth, because we are understanding that just because we were just because we were delayed in that season, it doesn't mean that it was a denial. It could be something that God didn't want you to have at that time. Sometimes it's because the people around you don't deserve to be blessed in the season that you're going into. So he needs to, it's almost like separate the wheat from the tares, He wants to make sure that you're one in a great headspace to be able to handle this. And then you have those people, you don't have people around you that will tear down everything that you've built, right?
Yeah.
So
And
that's what
that
we're
can
going to talk about.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
That
good.
that can go across the board. That can go in relationships. That can go in friendships. That can go in your white work life. Okay, if you get
Yeah,
fired from a job, there's a reason because there's another job coming that's better for you. In a relationship,
yeah,
if you keep sitting up there trying to force a relationship to happen, guess who's forcing those blockages? That's God's doing, right? That's
yeah.
God sitting there saying, "Hey, that's not for you. I got something for you over here. Stop going back to that person." And the same with friendships and stuff like that. So just because something was delayed, if you was going for a project and you didn't get the funding that you needed, um, it's not saying that you're not going to get the funding, right?
Yeah, very true. I feel like I call that, like, before I didn't understand, I had a small understanding, but now I have a better understanding. As things are revealed to me about people and things in my life that I've gone through, I'm like, okay, I see what's happening, and I see who the players are in this game, right?
Right.
But it is something that I say to myself, okay, it wasn't right. It wasn't the right time then. So I call it like my incubation period, right? I'm
Mm-hmm.
getting warm. I'm getting warmed up. I'm growing. I'm taking everything. I'm figuring out how to maneuver, how to be like Neo in the Matrix and bob and weave, and you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then to the point where my exterior is so hard in that I'll be able to take good stuff. I'll be able to take the bad things, but also it's not so hard. There's still a soft side of me that'll be able to receive the love and receive the everything else that I need instead of, pushing it away. So I kind of got that down pack right now, and it's important for us to realize that, God sometimes is just waiting for us to get it, waiting for us to put ourselves in a better position
Mm.
mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, in order to be able to handle the next phase of our lives, you know?
Agree.
you know
Totally agree with that.
so a delay is definitely not a denial, and it's good to go back and say, or kind of go inward. You know what they say, always go within so you won't be without.
Mm-hmm.
Going
Mm-hmm.
and try to figure out what's going on with you. Why are certain things happening? Why do you keep attracting certain things and people? Because it's just not people, but it's the things that you attract.
Yeah.
Why do you keep attracting these same people? And it's and not saying that there's something wrong with you, but there's something that in you that may need to be changed so that you can reach the purpose that God wants you to walk in. And it takes somebody very, very strong and to actually be able to do that. What do you think, Nicole?
Agree. I mean, you said it. You hit it on the nail. Like you literally got to sit back and pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to why things are happening, so you can have a full and clear understanding. The clarity. It's all about the transparency of it all. Okay,
Mhm.
you got to pay attention so you can understand on a different level. Okay,
Mhm.
don't sit there and beat yourself up because there's a lot of people that they get depressed, they get anxiety, they get all these things because they think that they're not worth whatever it is that they're trying to achieve
Mhm.
in whatever area we're speaking about. You just gotta, it is okay to sit there and try to figure out what it is, go through those emotions at that very moment. And
Yeah.
then once you do that, then it's time to go to the next step. Okay. Is go to the next step, write some stuff down, figure out what it is that went wrong. How is it that you can better that situation, and then let it do his job. Like give it to
Yeah.
God and let him, ask him to show you the path that you need to go to, and you're gonna have that clarity. You're gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Whichever department we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Well, for me, what I did was I kind of stepped back from a lot of people and created boundaries, and creating boundaries surrounding me saying yes to everything and me just wanting to be there to help others because I'm always there to help. But there are people that were taking advantage. So I had to step back. And when I did step back, it was like, wow, things started to grow. in my life. Things started to turn around in my life. And I'm like, wait a minute. These people, they were kind of blocking certain things because you do have those people who are blessing blockers. The Bible tells you it, okay? And you have those people who are blessing blockers, and you have to sometimes you have to step away from the noise and
Mhm.
silence the background noise to be able to see certain things, right? So
I'm
now
gonna
when
need
you
you to get out
see
my
it,
head, okay?
I'm in your head,
Because
and
I said it quiet. It my mind got so quiet, and I was able to. It was the clarity. You're able to hear so much clearer and see. It's like a straight line. You're able to focus. It's crazy. So Shaquana, what she's saying is exactly what it is. Like already. I got quiet and I just moved back. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I just clearly moved back. You know how that goes.
yep,
I didn't, you see people taking to social media and saying, I ain't say nothing.
yep.
I didn't even delete nobody. I let you delete yourself. I don't care.
No, I
Okay.
delete yours.
I don't even
No, I
like
delete it. I
I know
delete
you deleted,
everything.
but like I didn't delete nobody. I
Yeah.
let you delete yourself. You
Mhm.
delete yourself. If you feel that what I'm posting is about you, if the shoe fit, wear it. I don't care. But I'm not posting nothing about nobody. I'm not saying nothing about nobody. I'm not talking outside of my circle, and my circle is very small.
Very. Mhm.
So if I speak to my circle, my information is not getting nowhere.
Yeah.
This we're talking. We're like this, okay? So I'm like, listen, I can care less. Once that weight was lifted off my shoulder, there was no
Mhm.
more burden on my back. I
Yeah.
felt that. I felt how light I was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I said, of course, I said my prayer. Of course, like you got to give it to God because I mean, everyone has different religions. I gave it to God.
Mhm.
That's what I did. And I'm not gonna sit here and make it seem like I'm the best prayer because I am not. I ask Shaquana all the time to please pray for me because I know for some reason I feel that she's closer than I am, and I know that makes no sense. But that's just what it is.
No, it's just that.
But do I not say that all the time?
You do.
Listen, and I say I know when my prayer has been reached because I feel is what I feel, the covering that I feel over me. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
So if I feel like something is not covering me as quick as it usually is, I say, Kwana, can you please say a prayer? Because I'm just being honest.
You too.
Listen, I'm all about transparency here
Mm.
because as much as like God, I always say God knows my heart. Okay, He knows what it is that I'm feeling. I always say what I say, and I'm not that one to sit there and back down about nothing. But I
Yeah.
sit there, and if I feel the need to sit there and pray, and I know I need to pray more. Okay, and I think I'm better than I was yesterday and the day before that.
Well,
So
great. Thank God. Okay.
but I'm saying, like we was raised in the church. We know what we know, but there's just
Yeah.
certain things that came a little later for me because I didn't really understand certain things.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, and that's okay.
But here's the thing: it's a lot of the stuff that I learned now. I did not learn at church. You get it. Well, not in the church that I grew up in. No,
I know you
I did not learn it there. It's me coming in contact with other people and just kind
mean.
of developing my relationship with God in that sense. I'm not the most spiritual person ever, but I know what works for me, and I know that God
She's
don't
she's
play about
lying. She's
me.
lying. Yes, she is. Have you ever heard her prayer? Listen.
I mean, and I've gotten
Mhm.
a lot stronger in my prayer life, mainly because when you're constantly, I don't know how I can say this. When you're constantly attacked by people behind the scenes, people smiling in your face, they want to take your place. The backstabbers, backstabbers. When you're in that, sometimes you're not able to see, so you got to step back and then just ask God to take over. There are many things that I've done to kind of be able to see, and I'm glad that now I can see on my own. But I had
Mhm.
to enlist help in order to be able to see who the people and the players were behind the scenes. And I'm grateful that I was able to do that. So now it's like, okay, God is like, hey, listen, now you can take it from here. so that I'm able to take it from here to do what I need to do.
Mhm.
But
Agreed.
and that's the same thing with you. A lot of the stuff that we went through kind of delayed us with reaching where we needed to go. And
Yeah.
that's why I said a delay is not a denial, because look at us. We're almost there. Hey, almost there.
Hey.
Like, so we're almost there, and but we're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
And I love that. We're not trying to beat anybody down. We're not trying to cut corners. We're not trying to emasculate anyone. We're not trying to do any of that or call people out. We're just in our own lane, walking the straight and narrow that God had, the path that He laid for us. We're following the yellow brick road to meet, to meet the end of it, to meet the wizard.
Hmm.
That's what
Cardi.
we're doing. Um,
Hmm.
and that's it, right? So I feel
Yeah, that's
like if you even feel, and this is for you guys, if you even feel that things aren't working out, things are not moving in the way that you wanted to move, and maybe moving slow progress is still progress, regardless of what you see on social media. Social media is a farce. Some of these people that I see on social media living in rooms right now, okay, they
it.
out there flossing, pockets like rabbit ears, but they either living off of somebody or they living in a room.
Agreed.
So don't let that facade get you to a place where you feel like you're not doing enough. Put one foot in front of the other and just keep going. And look at Jesus, right? He reached his potential at 33. He was already known to be the Son of God, right? But
Yeah.
33 is when he stepped into his purpose. So I say this: a delay is not a denial. Just you have to do your part, though. Keep going. Do whatever it is that you need to do. If there's something that you're interested in, get out there, learn about it, and go for it. I Trust me, I was the same way. Now I'm out. Like, what can I do? How can I do it? Yep, I'll do it. Not saying yes to everybody, because I'm very, very particular now about who I share energies with, right?
Yes.
So I'm very particular about that now. But you know, definitely do whatever it is that you need to do. If you're thinking about something, do it. People get married at 75. People get married at 80. Don't let societal norms defer you. Keep going.
I just I just wanted to interject there because you said something for people who pay attention to relationships on the internet. These people post this happy life, right? But they could be sleeping in separate rooms in
Ooh,
their home if they're in the same home at all.
mm,
You know,
love it.
so don't sit there and try to base your relationship off of what you see other people do.
Mhm.
That is like, so if you're doing that, trust me when I say you're on the wrong track. You
Mm,
can't do that. Your relationship is your relationship, their relationship is their relationship. And
absolutely.
get to know your person, okay? Because just because you've been with that person for 3, 5, 10, 15, 20 years, it doesn't matter. You got to get to know that person in the time that they're in at that moment, in the stage that they are in that moment. I meant to say.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
because we all evolve. We all where we become different people. And if you're not willing to learn, release, let
Mm,
go, and move on.
yeah. I agree with everything you just said. And piggybacking on that is learning yourself. Stop trying to emulate, stop trying to copy what others are doing.
Yeah.
Be you. No, you can only be you. Nobody can be you. People
Agreed.
try. You already know. people, people try, but no one can copy the original. And God has placed certain things within you that's only for you and only can be activated by you. So find
Absolutely.
out who you are, love yourself, no matter if someone else doesn't love you. If the love that you give outward isn't reciprocated, then you direct that love inward to you so that you can nourish you, and then you be able to um, do what it is that God wants you to do on the path that He has laid for you. So
Work on those insecurities.
Yes, you gotta
Because
do
you
that.
definitely need to be secure within yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else say. All that matters is what you say
Yes.
and how
So
you feel.
that's right, Nicole. You tell her. So again, a delay is not a denial. Keep working, keep going. No matter what people are saying, no matter what what pushback you're getting, there's going to be somebody that's going to open up their doors, open up for you. There's going to be a perfect opportunity. Whatever it is that you're seeking to do, there's a perfect opportunity just waiting for you. You just have to go get it. Like Mary said, go get your blessing, go get it, and God will assist you and help you along the way, right?
That part.
Ah, that's right. Because we not denied out here, you know.
Absolutely.
Somebody asked me, so we talk about winning and losing, and I was like, I either won or I learned. I ain't lose, and I
And
have
that's
to.
the whole fact. We speak about that all the time. We speak about that all the time. You have to learn from every situation. Whatever it is that you went through, if you lost something, learn from it,
Yep,
apply it to the next situation and move on.
yep,
Toss all the bad stuff away.
that's
Just
it.
move on. You can
And
only elevate yourself. That's it.
that's it. And listen, I believe that the best apology is change behavior. So if
Ooh,
you're around people who continuously hurt you, continuously do the same things, continuously, disrespect you, whatever it is, if you're around those same people that say, "Oh, I'm sorry," they keep apologizing but never changing
no.
the way that they handle you.
Yep.
The best way that you can teach them how to handle you is to walk away and stay
Agreed.
gone.
Agreed.
Stay
I
gone.
agree with that.
Because
Yeah, you
adding
gotta.
them, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, no, go ahead.
No, because adding them back into your life will let them know that they can continue to treat you a certain way, and then you
Agreed.
continue to take it. So
Because we're the ones that show them how to treat us. So agreed.
tell it, girl. Yes,
Yeah, agreed.
yes.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, because you gotta listen, you gotta make sure you're good because a lot of people they sit there and see how far they can go with you.
Mm,
Okay. And if you show them, okay, because a lot of people sit there and because they love a person, they show them grace. That person shouldn't receive your grace though.
mm,
You know what I mean? They should understand in order for them to understand what is going to happen, what's going on, and why what they're doing is not the right thing to do, is by you showing them and proving you gotta stand your ground.
mm,
Literally.
yeah,
Like, and
you're
I'm not
right.
saying I'm not saying that every situation, every past situation doesn't mean you can't revisit something and it be the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Only you know what's right for you. Because then we've heard some stories that people got back together and they got married and was married for 200 years. So
They ain't
I'm
gonna
just
be. They
saying.
ain't gonna be. They ain't gonna be.
So, but that's not every situation.
Right. And in those situations, sometimes it's like, okay, we just needed to grow up, and there was nothing else. But those traumatizing relationships, the ones that intentionally hurt you, the ones that intentionally break you down, and then gonna come back around and act like they don't know what happened, or
Oh,
try to flip it. Try to flip it and to say it was like blaming you for why things didn't happen. Like, what?
right.
Were we in the same relationship? What's happening here?
Girl, what
I've
you just
witnessed
said
that.
just like blew my mind because that right there, because it's like it takes you back to times you be like, because when you sit
Oh,
there and say X, Y, and Z and X, Y, and Z, and they be like,
I
I
don't
didn't
remember
do
that.
that.
They
Like, what are you
got
talking about?
amnesia.
They be like, am I
And
bugging right now? Like, were we not both in that same room? It was just you and I.
I got amnesia.
Girl,
They got amnesia, child. I've had to realize too. It's like there are some people. Okay, one, there's no one in my past that I would ever return to, and I hope that somebody's watching because, or whoever it is, I would never go
oh my
back.
gosh.
So don't.
You're like,
So for you, a delay is a denial. Don't call me, okay? So
that sounded like it was a message. No.
no, like just don't. No. So,
Dang.
but it's those people who are like, that try to really intentionally break you down, whether it be spiritually, whether it be in your face. Some people are underhanded with their attacks on you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we have to, those types of people, no, don't allow them back in your space. Don't allow them any type of access to you for them to be able to betray you and hurt you again. Friends, whether it's platonic or romantic, don't allow it. Keep moving forward. And I'm going to tell you that, like, I've been going through that now. It's like, I'm just moving forward. I'm not even looking back because I don't want to turn into a pillar of salt like Ruth did. So,
Right.
like Lot's wife.
Ooh.
So I'm not doing it. I'm going to keep moving forward and do what it is that I'm supposed to do. And that's it. So, yeah. You're right over there. Well,
I'm good. I mean, what you're saying is golden. She's right. You gotta just keep it pushing.
keep it going. So,
Take it for face value and keep it pushing.
yeah,
You
face
know.
value. You ain't never lied. So, that was a great show, Nicole. We
Yes, it
actually went
was.
on like an hour. The lives we usually go hour, but when we're recording and just posting it, it's a little bit more. We get to control the time a little bit. But the lives, we had one glitch, woo, and that was my fault. Producer, that was the producer era. Producer era. My bad, y'all. But we just thank y'all so much for joining Real Conversation. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate your views to our videos. We appreciate the just the likes and stuff like that. And I listen, some of these videos get so many views, but you don't like it. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We premiere live on Thursdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, and that handle is at real_combos_podcast. And then we also premiere live on Facebook. So Nicole, if you can tell them where that is.
Yes, that's Real Conversations and Real Conversations 2021. But hold up, I want to also say she said like it, but I also want you guys to like it, share it, tell a friend to tell a friend.
Oh
Get
yeah.
up on here, help us help our algorithm. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
get pushed out there. Like by you engaging with us helps us get pushed out there. We appreciate you and we love you. And thank you again.
Yes, and that she's right. We want to get our videos pushed out into the algorithm so that we'll be showing on pages and things of that nature. And so everybody that be reporting our videos, oh y'all gonna get y'all soon. But anyway, we love all of our supporters. Thank you once again, and good night, and God bless.